What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. Got another STP 1200 Club member spotlight. Super excited to welcome my new friend, good friend, man. We've hit it off pretty quick. Super excited to have my guy, Mr. Douglas Berger, on the show today and as part of the network, man. How are you doing, Douglas?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So 90 days here in the borough, huh? New to the city, finding your way very well, I will say. Doing all the right things, joining the chamber, getting involved, networking, doing all the things, man. But I like to take it back. Early passions, anything you'd like to share, kind of along childhood lines, and just kind of where kind of the greatness formed, if you will. Take us back to young Douglas, man.
My absolute favorite thing to do is play golf.
Let's go. Got that in common.
Right. So that's a commonality right there. That's why we bonded so quick. But yeah, I mean, that was on my 13th birthday. A buddy of mine, we had a little party at the house, and a buddy of mine says, "Hey, my dad and I are going golfing. You want to come?" I said, "Sure." Played and fell in love with it.
Nice.
Played a handful of times, like when I was 13, 14, and then tried out for the high school golf team, quit football to play golf.
Nice, man.
And I was so bad. Didn't even qualify for any match or anything. You know, it was my first year playing, and then I was spoiled a little bit, and the parents joined the country club.
Oh,
so
heck yeah.
Between 10th grade to 11th grade, I played like 36 holes of golf every single day. And
that's how you get good quick.
Yeah, I went from shooting 100 to mid 80s in one summer.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
Then joined the team and actually was competitive at that point.
That's amazing.
I actually went to states and when I was 11th grade and 12th grade.
So. Man, in Florida? Was it?
No, that was Maryland.
Okay, gotcha.
Different beast up there.
Okay,
yeah, because
okay.
I think I shot like 85 or something when I was a junior in districts, and that made it to states. So
gotcha.
There's Florida, levels. You're nowhere near that.
Yeah, there's levels for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Yeah, man. So you grew up in Maryland?
Yep. So grew up in Maryland. High school, college, grew up in Rockville, right outside of Maryland. And then after high school, moved out to Western Maryland. My parents had a cabin up there in the Deep Creek Lake, Maryland, which is a very cool spot. If you guys never been there, go.
Nice.
4-season resort. You can snow ski, water ski, snowmobiles, hunting, fishing, all that stuff.
Nice.
It's cool golf courses. So I lived there through college and a couple years after. And then moved to Florida in 1997.
Gotcha.
And then I was there in Tampa for close to 25 years. And the last 5 years we're in Stewart. And then we moved up here 90 days ago.
Man, that's wild. That's wild. So we've obviously talked quite a bit with over the few times we've hung out, but I know you got a history and just business in general, business development, retail, running some big power sport dealerships down in Florida.
Yeah.
How's that journey been?
That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, if you're going to be in a retail environment or in a specific industry, being in the power sports is pretty cool place to be. So yeah, the past 5 years I was running a big power sports store in Hobe Sound, Florida.
Okay.
Within the Broward Motorsports group.
Nice.
Sam Nemi's the owner. He's got an 8-store group right now. I mean,
wow.
they crank out some units. It's pretty impressive, like 800 units a month they sell or something with all the stores or more.
Wow.
And then their director of ops, which was my immediate boss, JJ Chirino, a couple of the 2 best guys you could ever work for.
Nice.
And I wouldn't have lasted 5 years being a GM in a store if it wasn't
for those
guys and the way they led. They led just wide open, like, "Hey, buddy, it's your store. Do what you got to do." And then when you need something, you call them, and then you get the other support.
Man.
So I mean, you're talking. That's really cool. I'm always been kind of like a lone wolf type person anyway, so
sure.
That's the right way to lead me.
Yeah, that's good. Knowing your people, knowing how to lead, man, that's everything.
Yeah, and then before that, I've had several businesses over the years, and I started a painting company when I was in college.
Yeah, talk to us about that.
Yeah,
that's a crazy story.
So I did 2-year school, and then I went to 4-year school. in Westminster, Maryland. It was Western Maryland College, private school. Went there to play golf.
Nice.
And in one of those semesters, I'm walking down the hallway and they got a flyer on there. It says, "Hey, you want to learn how to run your own business?" I'm like, yeah, because
Sure
I've
do.
always been money hungry when I was a kid. You know, I
Sure.
would, since I was in elementary school, I was cutting grass, washing cars, shoveling snow, driveways, you know,
Yeah.
anything to make a buck.
Hustling.
Yep. And then I was like, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do.
Right.
So
Natural progression.
it was actually AAA student painters, which at the time they were the largest painting contractor in America.
That's insane.
And that's Neil Bradley, the guy used to run. He was VP or president of Xerox back in the day in the 70s, and it was his company that he started. So during like the spring semester, you know, they would train you how to start a business and build it up. And then during the summer, in between semesters, then you would do all the painting jobs, right?
Yeah.
So they had sales training. I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely broad based and started my sales career. And there's still things from sales training back then that we learned.
That's cool.
It was pretty awesome. And they're like, here's some steps, like the sales steps, but then like one of the biggest things that you book painting jobs for houses is home shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my territory ended up being in Salisbury, Maryland, right outside Ocean City, Maryland. Super cool place to live with the year you turn 21.
Sure. I can imagine.
So we did a home show and I broke company records. We booked over 100 estimates from one home show, and I booked $40,000 worth of work for painting jobs when I'm 20, not even 21 years old yet.
That's insane.
Yeah, the record was like 40 estimates from a home show. And then my brother went with me because he was selling cars at the time. I'm like, dude, I got this new business. You need to come help me. So he come and hang out for the weekend, and we booked 100 estimates.
That's so crazy.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. At 20 years old.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
So,
and then in between semesters, you know, did all that, did over $50,000 worth of painting that first semester. And then the next summer,
bro, that's crazy for a college kid.
Yeah,
like I was not doing that.
In 2.5, 3 months worth of work. You know,
jeez,
crazy, huh?
Going.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I bet, man. That's crazy though.
And then so I ended up going to that school for three semesters. I didn't finish.
Okay.
I did end up finishing 2-year school, but then when I moved back home,
you got what you needed, right?
Western Maryland, I just started my own painting company.
Right.
I wasn't working for student painters anymore.
Right.
And
they were taking a big cut too, right?
26%. When I look back now, I'm like, that's horrible.
Right.
Like,
dude, that's honestly a genius model.
I mean, yeah.
It's kind of unfairly.
Yeah, I can't remember how many millions of dollars they were doing producing at the time.
That's wild.
So yeah, so then I went home and painted on my own. Luckily, I was in an area where they didn't have any of the student painters, so I didn't have to worry about a non-compete.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
So yeah, I can go up there, and was wide open, and I did that for a few years,
dude.
Before I moved to Florida,
business, man.
Yeah. Well, then I got into power sports up there actually for a short time. I worked at a marina.
Oh, cool.
Selling boats and 4-wheelers and snowmobiles, and
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool, man.
It was a little slow during the winter, but
right.
You know, you can take the snowmobile on the lake when it freezes.
That's sick, dude. Man, I bet you got all the stories. Probably can't get into.
Yeah, there's probably way too many. But yeah, some other businesses that I've had over the years. I actually had a Taekwondo school. I had a martial arts school.
How did that come about?
So I got into it. So it was funny. So I did a little bit of karate and stuff, and when I was young, in like middle school, went here and there. But then in college, 2-year school, they offered it as a class, like PE or whatever. Like, hey, here's martial arts, and it's actually Taekwondo. So I did that in there, and then that was in Western Maryland. And then we moved to Tampa for my son's 5th birthday. I was like, these kids need discipline, right? So let's get them into Taekwondo. So, and I knew the Taekwondo Grandmaster that was in the Tampa area. So I signed up my son, and then you know what happens when you sign up your son.
You do it too.
Everybody does it too.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
The whole family did it. So we ended up doing the family
man.
plan. Me and my son and my daughter, and actually at the time, so my stepson too, for my first marriage, Zachary, Austin, and Brianna, and myself were all doing Taekwondo together.
That's really cool.
So then, yeah, years of that going through, got my black belt and got up to second degree black belt, then opened up my own martial arts school to
Dude.
do group expansion. I actually worked with my grandmaster and his school for a couple years too, helping grow. And then that leads into other business ventures because having a Taekwondo school isn't that profitable,
Okay.
right? You got to be creative. One of the things that they do now and that we started then too was an after school program.
Yeah.
But you still have your mornings wide open. So I started a lawn maintenance and landscaping
There you
company
go.
simultaneously.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that
You
kind
don't
of
like to sit still, huh?
no, I for some reason I got way too much energy, but
It's not a bad thing.
no, it's not.
That's cool.
So
Man.
that grew, and I actually sold that business. I sold the Taekwondo school, the landscaping. I sold that to get in because I started flipping houses.
Got you.
So I did that for a number of years, and then right before the market crashed,
Dipped out.
and just yep.
Heard that, man. And then did that progress into the motorsports again, or was there
Right. So I
another-
got back into no. So then I started my fitness company.
Oh, okay.
That I did that for 6 years actually. So I started personal training and then doing group training sessions outside. That was about 6 years long, and then that's when I got back into power sports.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that was about the same time that I went through divorce, my first marriage, divorced, had a nice little custody battle with the kids. But that's also the time where I met my current wife, Wanda.
Gotcha.
She's changed everything.
That's amazing.
And I had a personal training business at the time.
Gotcha.
And then that's where a lot of my motivation and ambition comes from too. I mean, she just kind of brought me back to life, I guess you can say, like
awesome.
Smacked me around a little bit and cleared my vision, so to speak. And
that D word is no joke, man. That can wreck anybody.
Yeah. And then my kids were young. My son was 12 and my daughter was 9 when we finished through the divorce hearings, and I actually got custody of my son.
Nice.
It was kind of like a split. So my ex got my daughter, I got my son, but we lived within a couple miles of each other. And the judge is like, well, they have to be with each other weekends, summers, holidays, all that, they're together. And then when they're in the same school, because they're 3 years apart, but only 2 years apart in school.
Yeah.
So then they're in the same schools and everything. So they were still together a lot, so it worked out great. And then Wanda helped me raise Austin. He's 29 now.
That's amazing.
And then 17 years later, here we are. And then I got into power sports, almost 15 years ago. And that was a referral from a friend when we were out in a boat one day in Florida. He goes, I got an opportunity you might like. I'm like, all right. And that's when we transitioned from the personal training to the power sports. And then now we're back to the entrepreneur thing again.
I love it, man. Yeah, let's talk about Transworld, man. This is a business, or this whole arena that you're in has always been super fascinating to me. I think that's another reason why we kind of clicked. I just think it's so cool, like being able to fully buy and sell businesses. And
that's my perspective too.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a cool thing. And we've talked a little off mic, just my brief stint in commercial real estate, like that came up, and I was shocked that you could be in, like, you could broker a full business transaction as a with the same license I had as a realtor at the time, which is wild to me. But we just talk to us about how you got familiar with Transworld, what you're doing, and all the above.
So I've been following Transworld probably for nearly 20 years.
Wow.
So I've gotten their emails, when new listings pop up. I've always been involved with business and always curious about what they're worth, how much you sell them for, right? And then also possibly investing in one or buying one, something that's more intriguing than what you're currently doing. But I always like, man, it would be pretty cool to be a business broker.
Yeah.
It's like right up my alley.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I got many different experiences, but being involved with the buying and the selling. And then one thing that I kicked myself for was 3 of my businesses I sold on my own.
Yeah.
Duh.
Right.
And then now that's one of my motivations is create that awareness out there for people. Don't sell the business on your own.
Yeah.
Right. It's too much for you to worry about. It's too much stress. Keep your foot on the gas, maximize the profits, let somebody else do it for you. You know, we average over 25% higher selling price than selling on your own.
25%.
So
wow.
even if you pay me a commission, you're still
Ahead.
way ahead.
Yeah.
And we're close to 20% over our nearest competitors too.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been intriguing. It's a super cool gig. I mean, you get to be involved with buyers, sellers, but there is definitely a buyer seller beware out there for sure. So
Yeah.
in Tennessee, you don't have to have a license to be a broker,
Yeah.
a business broker. To sell real estate, you do,
Right.
which is a good thing. And that's what I've found out here regionally. A lot of commercial real estate people will moonlight as business brokers.
Right. That's wild.
So just make sure you know who you're talking to and make
Yeah.
sure they're, you know, qualified. And one thing about us is Transworld thoroughly qualified me, right? So background checks, you know, they do a very in-depth search of history, and of course, you know, the financial investment and everything else to buy in. You just can't just walk in and say, hey, sign here, and you're
Right.
all of a sudden you own a franchise. It's not that easy.
Right.
And I am getting my real estate license too, because
Yeah.
I want to make sure all bases are covered.
That's smart.
When a business that we're selling is attached to real estate, we
Yeah.
want to make sure that, you know, we're involved 100% of the way for our client. You know?
Yeah, that's genius, man. That's really cool. So you're here in Murfreesboro now, 90 days in.
And loving it.
Loving it. I love to hear that. It's a great place. I love it here as well. Talk to us about kind of how that's been, just getting acclimated with the area and all that.
It's been quick. So we, well, and being in the business development for as long as I have been, and starting, you know, multiple companies from the ground up, and, you know, guerrilla marketing, you know, knocking on doors, putting out flyers, you know, passing out books, everything else.
Yep.
So we know what it takes. So the first thing I did is we scoped out the place. It's funny, we bought the franchise, the wife and I, in this location, and never been here ever.
That's so funny. That's amazing.
So I mean, things align properly, right? So we're still in the Southeast, close to my parents. You know, we're not going to freeze to death during the winters. Tennessee's very similar to Florida, no state income tax, right? Align, you know, other alignments too that, you know, that were a positive when we're looking. And then you just have the growth. The area is growing fantastically, but I don't want to be so intense and in the denseness of like Nashville.
Sure.
But Murfreesboro sounded perfect, right? The nice suburb. A couple miles off the road, you see cornfields, right? It's a little bit laid back. It's nice. It's relaxed, but then it's still growing. I mean, it's doubled in size in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Economically, it was a high target area for sure. And I had the opportunity to grab it, and we jumped on it. And then, so we moved here July 2nd.
So is it technically Nashville, or is it?
No, it's Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Nashville's its own markets.
Okay.
So there's even more territories there too.
Got you.
But no one is really working those. There is someone that owns it, but I don't think they're doing too much with it.
Got you.
There's a couple very active offices in Knoxville, and then also Chattanooga.
Got you.
So I imagine soon enough the state will be pretty full.
Yeah. Sure.
Probably for the same motivations from us.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we moved here July 2nd or 3rd, whatever it was, that Thursday right before the 4th of July. On that Monday, I joined the chamber.
Smart.
On that Tuesday, which was like the 7th or something like that, they had their After 5 event, you know, their monthly thing, and that was at Carbon Borough Gym. So I go in there, do my thing, pass out cars, network, meet a handful of people. They had a couple pretty cool games that other local entrepreneurs or business owners put on. And then a couple of days later, I got an email and a call from Tracy. You know, Tracy and James Yates owns Carbon Borough over there. He says, hey, you won one of our prizes. I'm like, well, all right, cool. And like, what is it? It's like a $500 supplement package. It's like, holy crap. Okay. Nice. Matter of fact, I'm still taking some of the pills. That's awesome. There was so much in there. She goes, so we're talking on the phone, and she was like, oh, you guys are new? Oh, well, come on in, and, you know, we'll give you your package that you won, but then also we'll give you a free month. And then I started talking about my wife, and because the wife and I met in the gym. So nice. It's one of those things that we do. We work out. And she goes, well, bring your wife in too. We got to meet her too. So long story short, in a 90-day period, I work out every morning with James, and my wife basically works out every morning with Tracy and a couple other girls with the trainers. So
that's amazing.
Yep. And then I think it was like that weekend or the weekend after or something. They're like, hey, a bunch of us are going over to the Velvet Room, the speakeasy. Why don't you come out? And they had like 12 or 15 friends or whatever showed up. And so we hung out with them. And then we've been pretty much close buddies with all of them at this point. And so we've been pretty active.
It's a good person to connect with straight out the gate.
It worked out pretty good.
Yeah,
there's a plug for James too. Yeah. So he's VP managing partner of Red Realty.
Yep.
And they are franchising, right?
How about that?
And we help them franchise.
Dude, that's so sick.
So a division of our company is Accurate Franchising. We take companies from that want to grow their footprint, and we have everything already for them. The package is already there. Help them with the franchising agreements and everything else, and then the roadmap to get them to spread that footprint. And
I'm gonna talk to you about that.
Yeah, James took advantage of that, and we're helping them with that. So they're opening. He just passed all the exams for Florida, so they're already expanding to Florida, and they're opening their first office down there in like not Panama City Beach, but near there or somewhere. In like March or something like that. So amazing. If you guys know anybody, real estate, they're going to do residential, commercial, but then also they get heavy into property management too. So they can cover all their bases.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Super cool.
That's so cool. Well, man, I didn't get a chance to thank you when we started, but thank you for joining the 1200 Club.
Yeah, of course.
Really means a lot to have folks like you, especially new people that haven't been that familiar with what we do, kind of jump in, and see the vision, see the value. So definitely appreciate you for that. And really excited to be shooting some content with you with, what you're doing, and just being able to kind of educate folks on the process of what y'all can do, which is a really incredible service. Like just what you said James is, they're legends around here. Like they've been serving this community for a long time. And the fact, and you told me off mic, like they did their homework on, they did their homework on who they wanted to.
Yeah. He didn't say, hey, here's my buddy, go ahead and sign up with him. Right. Like they hooked up with, I think at least 2 or 3 other companies, and they vetted them. They multiple webinars, meetings, all the documentation and everything. And it was probably a good 2-month process. So they did their due diligence for sure. And then they came back to us. So that
speaks volumes.
Gave me some validity that, hey, good. We're number one out there. And, and then I was like, all right, cool. I picked the right company.
Yeah, right. That's amazing. Well, yeah, man, I'm pumped for it all. I think it's, I'm like I said, I'm just fascinated by that world. And, we've kind of hit it off, played some golf already, and did some work out there and had some fun. And
a lot of business can happen on the golf course for sure.
Amen, man. But yeah, man, I'm just excited to connect with you and get to know you better. And, there's so much of what you just mentioned that I've been working on behind the scenes with Spread the Positive for years. And
cool.
There's a lot of synergy there, or people overplay that word, but there's a lot of stuff that overlaps with what you're doing, and stuff that I've been super fascinated with. My dad's in the same boat. So I feel like there's stuff that there's stuff that we can do, man. So I'm excited
I look forward to it. I'm here to help. And in any capacity, we're focused on being a pillar in this community forever. We're not going anywhere at this point. We have a huge investment that we made, but we're going to invest it back and put it back in the community. We want to be involved, but we want to be a valued resource for the local businesses, right? And it starts with, conversations, building network, building relationships, and we can start with simple valuations, right? And even an initial discovery, one-on-one or something like that. I don't charge for any of those things. So I like to be involved, and I like to help. Some people tell me I probably give a little too much, but it's okay. I sleep better at night that way, and the karma feed, it's much better. So I'm here to help. Think about that first, phone calls, we're only a call away. I'm actually, even this podcast things got me got me awake at night thinking about it too. I think I want to start a podcast.
That's fun, man.
I want to tease it a little bit. It's going to be kind of like a men's support thing.
I love that.
I got a name already too.
Let's go.
The Resilient Gentleman.
Ooh, that's fire. That's fire.
So I was thinking the Burrow Brotherhood at first, and I did cheat with AI a little bit. So I'll give that up. But
that's fine.
So the Resilient Gentleman is what we're going to go for.
I like that better.
Yeah, and it's not only completely aligns with me, but then also what we want to help people get back. So it's going to be guys like us, right? And then bringing other people to talk about mental health, right? Talk about physical health, right? Talk about their business health, right? How to get involved in the community, right? What have you done lately, basically,
right?
For yourself, because it's like the old airplane thing. When the oxygen mask falls down, you put it on yourself first. You can't take care of yourself, your business, or anybody else if you don't take care of yourself first.
Amen.
So all that is
gentlemen.
important. I wanted to put it out there, so just in case someone else does it at the same time, I got my name out there. Like, hey, I called dibs.
We got dibs on that.
Better copyright it.
No, man, that's really good. I love that. And yeah, I got you. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. Perfect for the network, perfect for what we're about, man. So hopefully we can get that rolling.
Yeah, I appreciate meeting guys like you, and this is just perfect timing because obviously this is the direction that eventually you have to go.
Yeah,
and if you need to put out
I tell people all the time, man, like there's not a small business that could, like, there's not a business, nonprofit, thought leader, author, entrepreneur that couldn't benefit from doing a podcast. There's just something really powerful about being directly in someone's ear, even if that's 10 to 15 people starting out, 20, a few hundred. Like, just think about, like, Gary Vee's always got those really cool memes. It's like, this is 25 people, or it's like a group full of people. This is, when people get discouraged about numbers or whatever, it's like, this is still, like, this would be like having an event and having 25 people directly in their ear, listening to them, and versus, thinking, oh, only 25 people listen to this. No, it's powerful. Like, there's strength in those small, anyway, and that's not even,
and it's got to start somewhere.
Who knows what it turns into. And
hey, if you can make one difference for one person,
man,
hey, that's
amen, brother.
And that one difference can be life altering.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
That's the motivation.
I'm here for it, brother. This has been really awesome. Cool. Thank you again. Be sure to go ahead and plug away one more time where people can find you, how to get involved, all that.
Transworld Business Advisors, tworld.com / Murfreesboro. My local cell number is 615-560-1219. Email is dberger@tworld.com. I mean, we're already got Facebook pages, LinkedIn, our website. I'm already a member of the county chamber. I'm in Main Street downtown. I'm in Smyrna Rotary, also the local BNI.
Nice, man.
So I'm plugged in all those, and I attend, the grand majority of their events.
Yeah.
Even like their ribbon cuttings and everything. Yeah, we just had a ribbon cutting last week. Congrats, and thank you for coming.
Yeah, man. Congrats on that.
It was a good little turnout.
It was.
Like 50
really
plus
good.
people or whatever. Yeah. So that was super cool.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's a great community. We're truly blessed so far, and what's come back already, it's been amazing.
That's amazing, man. Well, we're glad to have you, man. Thank you again for joining the 1200 Club and being part of STP.
Yes, sir.
It's a very beautiful fit for everything we're about and just getting started. So,
yes, sir.
Got me grinning ear to ear, man. I'm excited about what's in store for everything. So,
yeah, I can't wait to watch us all grow.
That's it, man. Well, we'll wrap this one up. Be sure to check out spreadthepositive.net, new website. Everything's on there about the 1200 Club, how to get involved, how to do a show. All the shows we're producing are on there as well. So be sure to check that out. And until next time, man, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you again, Douglas.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.